And we are live. What's happening, everybody? What's going on, gentlemen?
What's good?
Yep.
SquadKast podcast in the building, episode 21. I'm not on YouTube, so I don't know, but I did label it "No Justice, No Peace," so I believe that's what it'll show up on there. So
no justice, no peace.
right?
What's good, fellas?
That being said, yeah, what's going on? How's everybody doing for the week? What's been cracking?
Working from home, living this quarantine life,
Mm-hmm.
Not letting it run you crazy. Just
I see, Kim Randall's been opening up the state slowly but surely. Y'all doing any of the things?
Nope.
I feel you, brother. Me neither, man. I'm still sticking to my safe little routine of my grocery store and gas.
Brother Black was talking, so I'll just kind of let him go ahead and give his spiel.
And I'm not saying no as far as in fear, but I mean ultimately in the cause of this, everybody is kind of homebound. So the most I'll do is go see my son or go see, my dad or whatnot. But other than that, or my cousin might come through or go to his house, but I keep it a very small circle. I'll go visit. I don't branch outside of that. And I mean, like I say, everybody's been safe for the most part, and we haven't had any issues. I get all the statistics, but as far as us here, I get what they're saying, and I get those numbers, but I don't see us really having that major issue. But that's just me, though. I feel like people here is fairly safe.
People are being safe, or it's just not.
Yeah, I mean, you got a couple people that's doing kickbacks, but I feel like people have been fairly safe here in Des Moines, Iowa. I think, in my mind, at least.
How about you, brother DJ? You getting out there? You going to these half capacity restaurants and back into the gym?
No, he breaking up again.
Well, I think he got a little bit of a connection issue. Well, myself then, I'll go ahead. Same thing, brother. I ain't out there doing this, testing the waters scenario. I think it isn't as big a deal here as it is in some other places, but that's mostly because.
All right, hey, am I back? Am I back or back. What?
Yep, we see you. We hear you. But I think it's just because of that, because we were on top of it. Everybody did hunker down, and this social distancing thing did work, so to speak. So I don't think it's. I just don't want to be a part of the first round of people to see just how bad it is or isn't. So I'm in no rush. I'm in no hurry to do anything. Still take care of myself just fine. And like I said, we were lucky we were able to work from home, so no pressure on me. At least not that much pressure.
Right.
Brother DJ, looks like this week is your week to have a rough connection.
You bad again? Damn.
Yeah. See, there he goes. Speaking of, you did host yourself a small little get back or kickback last weekend for your birthday. How did that come together? Everybody stay 6 feet?
Well, I'll give you a little back history.
Nope.
My birthday is around Drake Relay, so usually it always rains. I usually always try and like barbecue or something, and nobody shows. So it was like a small gathering, like I told you it was gonna be. You should have showed. It probably was maybe a couple of people came earlier, but I ended up being there with me and my son about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and ended up going to the house. So yeah. Didn't do much. Had a small gathering. We ate good. Everybody came, ate, left. I'm saying there wasn't a whole bunch of people over there.
Right. Well, I'm glad you got to enjoy yourself, brother. I'm glad you got to enjoy yourself.
I'm happy with food and good people around me. That's all I need.
Respect. I could totally appreciate that for sure. All right, brother DJ, you seem to be with us. What you been on, man? How you been doing this last week?
Yep. Well, outside of a mishap from last night that I'm not going to go into detail on camera, everything seems to be going good. Ain't really been on shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really been doing nothing out of the normal. I ain't really going to no sit-in restaurants. I ain't going to no motherfucking gyms and none of that other shit. I've been building my own at-home gym. The only thing that I've been doing that was, I guess, out of the norm was kind of car shopping, and still kind of up in the air on that.
You going with the Rari? Is that what we're getting? We going with the foreign?
Nah, well, a foreign was involved, but a damn sure no Rari. I can tell you that much. Brother
Hyundai.
They don't make Rari money. It was between. It was between a Audi Q7 Quattro and a Dodge Challenger.
Still ain't made up your mind, huh? Well, I mean, good luck to you, I guess.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm trying to pay my shit off and then like never ever buy another car again unless I got the cash for it. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of it.
I might just drive nothing but
cheap ass rust buckets. Cheap rust buckets with beats in them. That's it. That's all I'm driving. Okay. Now maybe give me an old ass pickup with some 4-wheel capabilities. I'm golden. Okay. With that being said, gentlemen, let's invite. I'm gonna send an invite out to BJ.
Brother BJ,
SquadKast alumni, brother BJ.
Noobs and pros, holla at your boy.
Status. Noobs and pros, holla at your boy. Go follow him on all social media platforms.
Right. They be getting it in on all the shits, from Nintendo Wii to Switch, all that shit. Smash Brothers.
Man, he's been dope in the game as long as I know him too, bro. He love those games.
That's dope though. And then the fact
that
all
the secrets,
kids how to do it too. I'm saying it's a way to make money streaming. Cause you know what I'm saying? For me, and it's not like I try not to be on some racial shit, but when have you ever known us to get into that field? You know what I'm saying? As far as, I didn't until YouTube. Now you see hella motherfuckers doing it. But just to know
that's kind of been the thing, right? There's always been just those kind of pockets, but it really wasn't until social media came online that a lot of people start realizing that, oh shit, there's a lot of black people into this type of shit.
So yeah, it's cool. I like that.
Beautiful day today too. I don't know what the hell y'all doing today, but once the cast is over, I'm gonna be out there. Hopefully, I'm waiting for some fruits and veggies to come, but hopefully, get on that bike. Speaking of brother DJ, did you get some fruit? Did you order some fruit and veggies? No, okay. You just gonna ignore my question?
Oh, I didn't, bro. I flop all the way. Can't even tap on that, bro. I gotta get it together.
I did check it out.
Here we go. Here we go.
There we go.
SquadKast alumni. What's happening, brother BJ? What's going on with you, brother? Welcome back.
What's good with y'all,
bro?
What's good? What's good? I got my green screen falling on me.
Shit, man. Living this quarantine
brother
life.
BJ, what's good?
Same junk, different day. You already know what it is. Y'all living that life with me right now. Y'all stuck inside.
Right. Right.
What's good with y'all?
BJ, you got are those wireless headphones, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice, man. Those are slick.
They hook up to
these cable jump offs.
Oh, okay. No, they hook directly to the TV. So yeah, they're pretty dope. These are the ones I use for streaming.
Nice. Yeah. Man, you know, like you said, man, we out here living the quarantine life, keeping our distance, biding our time. All of us lucky enough to be employed. I'll get Nancy in our panty though, because we love to get back in this building. I think that's coming sooner than later. But yeah, man, that's about it, brother. That's about it, man. That's about it.
Oh,
finna get into
live. My bad. Okay.
Hey, man, it don't matter. We accidentally did it last week. Okay. So Yeah,
so
I
didn't, ball rolling
I didn't realize till I got the notice on my phone. Okay. So we said we're live now, going forward. We can do this. Okay, we can do this. That being said, man, so what you been up to the last few, I guess, months at this point since we had you on the cast? You know, we always shouting you out, obviously, but
yeah, and I appreciate
how's the gaming world going?
It's cool right now. Y'all can see in the corner right here all my gaming stuff. So I'm in the dungeon right now, getting ready to live it up in some Mortal Kombat. That's the fight stick right there, so y'all know I'm in the dungeon.
Whoa, the heavy gun.
The real deal.
Heavy gun.
Yeah,
bro.
Nobody touches that. That's a $300 controller.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. That's $300.
You gotta use your feet for that one. Is that?
You know what? It's a lot easier. You know, everybody's used to typing now, so there's no stick on it. So it's just like typing. So I can type faster than I can move it. You know, that sounds so horrible.
Well, that makes sense.
That sounded so horrible.
What?
Major pause on that one. But yeah, I just been gaming it up. Y'all know I have problems with my legs, my nerves, and stuff like that. So I don't move around as much anymore. So this is a life, just sitting in the house chilling.
Right.
Yeah, that's all.
Got to get entertained somehow. How's the rest of the family then? How's the wife and kids?
The wife's still crazy. You already know that.
Yeah, I know that. Been on that.
Yeah,
I was just being nice.
The oldest son, he got his cap and gown yesterday, so he's getting ready to graduate.
Nice,
so,
brother.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's dope. He's working on his first video game right now as we're speaking. So he's
making.
Yeah, he's making.
Congrats on that, man.
Nice.
Appreciate it, DJ. But yeah, the other two, they're chilling. If you can see one of my nails.
That's dope. That's super dope.
One of the nails is painted. The daughter, she wants to go to school for cosmetology and all that. So I'm her science experiment. She tries everything out on me. She don't do it on her mom.
Hey.
Yeah, so
it's nice to play victim. You build characters sometimes doing that.
Yeah, I'm the guinea pig. So, yeah, besides that, everybody's good. We just chilling. We're just chilling. So
nice.
How about y'all though? I ain't spoke to y'all in a minute though.
Man, I'm myself. I'm just staying to myself, and I do a lot of fishing with Powers.
I do see that. I see that.
Yeah. And luckily, this weather been nice. So I've been out there biking as well. That's how I spend most of my time. I'm not inside watching a movie or YouTubing. I'm biking or fishing.
Yeah,
that's simple. In fact, tomorrow, me and Powers is riding up to Red Rock on an all-day fishing adventure. I'm finna cook steaks. I might cook bratwurst as well. I don't know, but I'm gonna bring everything I need.
So. You said tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep.
You cooking all that? You want to come get me? I'll give you some gas money for that food right there, player. Don't be.
Tell you what, brother. No, every man for himself. Powers didn't ask. He said, "You want to ride with me?" I said, "Fool, quit playing with me, man. I will see you up there."
How far is that ride?
40 minutes, an hour, something like that. Just kind of depends on what side and where you want to go. Boy, it's a lot like Sailorville. It's just a big old lake up there. Boy.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. It's nice. So they got some nice beaches up there. When I was a kid, I got kicked off the beach. Me and a bunch of other people for underage drinking. So,
for real?
I didn't get caught, but the other people did. So, yeah.
Guilty by association.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I definitely wasn't gonna say nothing to the cops. I had nothing like, sorry guys. Hopefully he lets you drive because I did not drive out of myself. So.
Yeah. DJ, what's good with you?
Nothing, bro. Just been out here cooling, man. Working from home, homeschooling the kids, working out, shit like that. About to start finish putting these rounds together for a couple little battles I got lined up.
Yeah,
and that's about it, man. Just doing everything everybody else doing, not really going crazy. I mean, I ain't sitting here like then binge watched every fucking season of every show or nothing like that. I'm good on that. I can't get into that type of shit. But for the most part, man, I started back playing 2K a little bit. I hated 2K, but I'm back on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's really about it, man. Trying to do shit to just stay engaged, man, and not let this old coronavirus shit keep you down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I keep expecting to see you on a what do they call those? The live battles, yeah, the Corona battles. Yeah, I keep expecting to see you on one. Every time I see something pop up, I'm like, yo, where's the?
It's just like those. Like I fuck with them type battles, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, it's not like my preference, but I think I might have one of those coming up here. It was just like a little draft thing that my battle league had, and I got drafted. So I don't know how that's necessarily going to work as far as how the battle's going to go down yet, but I'm just getting my bars ready.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
How about you,
But
Greg?
I appreciate you asking though, bro, for real. Yeah, just gotta stay prepared, you know what I'm saying?
I've been looking out for you. I'm like, yo, where is he at? I've been wanting to see one. I seen Will go against Rex. And I was like, okay, so DJ should be doing one soon. I think this is the way they're gonna start doing them. DJ's gonna do one soon. So yeah. I'm waiting for it, bro.
Yeah, that's been the new wave right now. Yeah. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I've been cooling, bro. Same here, just working, staying out the way, or in the house rather, working from home now. So it's a little bit different, of course. So just adjusting to that, and just been cooling, man. Birthday was last week, so really just was off. Really just sat in the house and did nothing. Like I said, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Knowing that we couldn't go nowhere, so like I said, I still was able to enjoy it with family. So it was cool.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday. I missed it.
Definitely.
I apologize.
Oh, you could, bro.
I didn't mean to take over the show like that, D. Go ahead, bro. I just wanted to check.
Hey, no. For
I wanted to check in with everybody. That's all.
Hey, man, you've been doing this for a minute anyway, so.
Exactly. This ain't nothing regular.
Well,
this ain't your first rodeo,
brother
motherfucker.
BJ. I just want to let you know we are inviting everyone out to the SquadKast ride. Everyone is going to get bicycles. I understand you might necessarily not want to get on one, but they do got the hand crank. So come on out. It's a 10-mile marathon. Brother DJ gonna be passing out free water bottles to everyone. So
yep,
it's gonna alkaline water. Right, free alkaline water.
Of course. You already know.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's coming up in the near future. I'm gonna send a shout out to everybody. I send the invites out to everybody. So
okay, cool.
No, but seriously, brother, we appreciate you joining in on the cast. And good seeing you. Stay up on the games, man. Stay healthy, brother. Say shout out to the wife and family for us.
Will do.
Otherwise, take it easy, man. Go ahead and tune in and watch the rest of the show. We got a few interesting things to.
And it's on YouTube right now.
Yep, we live right now.
We live on YouTube right now.
All right, we got a viewer right now. I believe that's Jesse watching right now. So shout out to him.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. That is for brother Jesse right there. So actually, his new rap name is Uzi 6 Fire. So that's Jesse's new rap name. I don't know if you know that or not, but
no.
I thought you was staying on to talk the topic.
Uzi 6 Fire. All right. Shout out to Uzi 6 Fire. All right.
Wow.
Yo, and if y'all gonna start doing the show this way for a little bit, just hit me up. I'm down to jump on whenever y'all need me to. It's easier. It's easier than moving around for me right now. So
for sure. Okay. All right.
But,
well,
all right then. I'll harass y'all from the comments.
Yep. All right, brother. Take it easy. There you go. He's commenting right now.
He's doing water distribution. All right.
Yeah, I see it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, BJ.
Take it easy, bro.
Well, all right. So, shout out to brother BJ Newsom Pros.
It was good catching up with him.
For sure. Well, that being said, let's take a turn here. A sharp turn left because it's been a rough week. It's been a rough few months. It's been a rough. Where were we at? 5 months and 9 days. All right, let's be honest. It's been a rough 5 months and 9 days.
Yes, sir.
It started with Kobe, and it's ending with a ton of violence this week in the Black community. But a sad story here locally first, man. Let's talk about young IB Sharif. Last Saturday, as y'all know, they did find this young brother's body in the Des Moines River. Not yet determined, his exact cause of death, but sadly, no one's seen him since the 17th of January. So he's been gone for 4 months. Yeah, so I just want to say, my condolences to the family for sure. And it's sad that this is how this concluded. But I did see there was one bright light where there different sections of the community did come together to try to find his brother. Via the search parties and the flyers and everyone trying to stay, keep his face and image out there until this untimely event unfolded in front of us. So yeah, you guys have any personal thoughts or want to say anything about that specifically?
I'll go first. I mean, condolences to his family. It's just weird to me because, like I said, I'm not finna come with a whole bunch of theories, but I thought where they found the body at, they searched that location. That's the only question, and I just don't agree with it. But I'm not gonna go there. Like I said, condolences to his family, and I'll let you go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. Condolences to Abi's family and everything like that. This is a very sad time because my son goes to Roosevelt High School, and he knows all about this situation. So when I showed him, you know, that Abi was found, but obviously not alive, he was kind of like brought back, like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, super, sad about it. So definitely affected him in a way, definitely affected a lot of people in the community and in, Des Moines community, Iowa, and all that. It's just sad, man, that somebody so young lost their life due to whatever. I don't know. We don't know details. You know what I mean? Like, all we know at this point is that he went missing, and we can kind of speculate and engage on things. I've already seen some shit out here on social media talking about Target had a video and some workers saw something or whatever,
Right,
and um it was just I don't even want to get into the full details of that because I don't want to be
right.
engaging and spreading
Disrespect.
gossip or whatever, you know what I mean, because I don't know the full details. But like I said, it's already things on social media about things in regards to him and what could have possibly happened to him. But we gotta let the authorities do their work and try to figure out what happened to him, why this happened to him, and persecute whoever did this. So I just want to say once again, condolences to his family. I'm sorry, this is just another tragedy that
Mm-hmm.
like Brother Sheffin said, 2020, man, this is bad, man. This is bad. That's my thoughts.
So yeah, man. Rest in peace to Abdi Sharif, 18 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I guess that's. That's all you really can say. Just a tragedy all the way around. So, to keep the unfortunate news going, we also saw quite an interesting event. Still going on, honestly, right now in America. This young brother Ahmad Avery, who was gunned down in
Yep.
February by, for sure, some vigilante. Father Gregory McMichael and his son, who was 64, and his son Travis McMichael, who was 34. Who
Right.
I guess the story goes that they believe that he was someone who had robbed some house in the neighborhood the day or the weeks sometime before, and they took it upon themselves to grab guns, chase him down in a pickup truck, confront him with the guns, and when it definitely seemed that he wanted to defend and save his own life, they gunned him down in cold-blooded murder. And then on the backs of it was an attempted citizen's arrest claim, and my son feared for his life, so we gunned this man down, which led to the district attorney, the Glenn County's district attorney, who the father, Gregory Michael, used to work for in their
Exactly.
office. decided not to press charges, even though the local police wanted to arrest and press charges. According to the story, too, I don't know how you can necessarily, but that's the narrative the police are saying as far as their involvement, some of their involvement.
I read that today.
Right, and then I think the own state attorney after that went on to put a 3-page letter in the local newspaper accusing Avery. I mean, using lines like the criminal suspect, calling him a criminal suspect because he was literally jogging down the street. And they just decided that he was someone who robbed a house.
Can I go in on this one real quick?
So that was just 1 second, but so that's the basic gist of it, right? Let's go ahead, brother. You go ahead, take a swing at this one first, because there's a whole lot there, brother. There's a whole lot there.
Okay. First again, condolences to the brother and his family.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just another tragedy in the Black community, you know. And let me start off with this. This happened in February. We've been distracted by coronavirus. This shit just now comes out. It's just mighty funny that, you know, this ain't the first time this shit happens. This shit only happens to us. This only happens to Black people. If this brother would have been Caucasian, Asian, or any other had any other ethnicity, if his skin color was a different color, this shit would have been out a long time ago. All right, that's number one. So the fact that we all been focused on coronavirus and all this other stuff is kind of put a blind eye to some people as far as what's going on. Now there's other brutality that's going on, Brother Chef, and obviously we're going to get into that. But just in regards to this, you know, I was watching. I caught myself watching CNN. Shout out CNN and Brother Sheffin. And it was Cuomo prime time, and they was interviewing. They was interviewing somebody. I wish I had the name, but long story short, in regards to these two guys, the McMichaels, taking the matter in their own hands because they thought this brother was a criminal. Due to, they said that there was reports of a lot of break-ins in the community, right? Well, this guy that they was interviewing last night said that he got a hold of the police call report from a certain amount of time, or weeks or month or whatever, and he said there was only one burglary that was reported, and it was by the McMichael. And it was by the McMichaels that somebody had stole a gun out of his Jeep. And then that was it. So the fact that they're trying to say that there are all these break-ins and that they're worried about people getting their shit broken into, that is some bullshit. And that shit got debunked last night. And anybody don't believe it, do your own fucking research, because that is crazy. So now we have established that there ain't been no break-ins. Then he wasn't no fucking criminal. This brother is just jogging, trying to exercise and use his fucking rights and freedom as we all can and should. And just so happens to, you know, I hate to say it, man, wrong place, wrong time. These motherfuckers, we don't know what these motherfuckers really thought. We don't really know. I mean, they could have just been on some racist shit, you know what I'm saying? Because everything I heard, this ain't the first time that they fucked with this brother. All right, they was like, they actually,
man, come on, man. Listen, that's the whole point of the conversation, isn't? Because that ain't the first time. Ain't none of us been fucked with. We have all had these experiences.
Of course.
Jesse, brother Jesse here with the comment. Exactly, me and him, brother Jesse. I know you're listening, man. If you remember when I got pulled over in West Des Moines in my old beat up ass Taurus on the broken light shit. And that light wasn't even broke, and they tore my car up. And you didn't have an ID. He didn't have an ID on him, so he gave him his information, and the cop came back with some. Oh, that wasn't the information. You know, it didn't match. So Jesse repeated the same shit. They proceeded to tear my car down. Brought 4 more police cars to surround us. Why they did it? Sure, they were gonna find something, and when they didn't, they just had to let us go. Man, just my shit all fucked up. Like we were hard and crip. Like what? And I was 18, scared to fucking. I didn't, I was keeping my cool, but scared to death. Like, what is even happening? I didn't even understand it at first.
Right.
And it wasn't until, hours later when I actually had to stop the car and I had to get out and look at my back light and go, holy shit, my light wasn't out. I really understand what was just happening there. It was a brutal experience.
Yeah, but that was crazy, man. So like I said, the reports are saying that this wasn't the first time that these McMichaels have engaged him while he's, jogging or doing whatever the case may be. So I mean, for all we know, this could have been premeditated. They could have said, I had enough of this nigga, and I hate to say that word, I had enough of this nigga running through this community. He don't belong here, and we about to just use this because he was an ex-cop. He's an ex-cop, exactly. So he probably felt like just because he was an
ex-cop, has the authority, the privilege,
the privilege to just be a COP citizen on patrol and confront people with guns and all this other shit. And it's crazy. And it was a 2-on-1, 2 guys on one. And you mean to tell me you couldn't corral this brother without having to use gun violence? Now, if that had been the other way around, if 2 black people would have shot a white man running through a black neighborhood because he was jogging, I'm pretty sure that video would have been out. I'm pretty sure.
And let's be honest, justifiably so. Justifiably so. A cop just murdering, just shoot, or a vigilante citizen just gunning someone down. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, they should be arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
To the fucking fullest.
Why is it different with black people?
I'm not done. So the reason why they're from black people because we're not looked at as an actual person, and this goes on since fucking slavery. I mean, I think it was something like it had to be like 5 of us to be considered like 1 or some shit like that. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
you know what I mean. The slave ratio shit. You know what I mean. So even in today, as much as we've contributed to the world, as much as we brought to the world, as much as these motherfuckers want to be like us, sound like us, and dress like us, and everything. These motherfuckers, these old timers, man, they just can't get with the times, man. They still want to engage in this tomfoolery and this bigotry and this racism for no fucking reason, man. And I said this shit a long time ago. At the way this shit is going, the United States, let alone possibly the world, all this shit is going to be biracial any fucking way. That's just a fact. There's no way you're going to stop it. So I don't understand what the fuck is going on. This brother was just going for a jog, minding his fucking business. You mean to tell me we can't go for a jog and mind our business without having to worry about fearing for our life? I mean, damn, I ain't gonna lie. I walk out and I get out of the crib and I go drive it every day or whatever, and I always know that there's a possibility that I might get fucked with. Bro. And I try not to even put myself in that situation, but it's just I know that it's a possibility of what happens. Why? Because I'm a black man, and that's just what it is.
Right. And you gotta go back to like when I used to be in the White Widow, but I ain't gonna get sidetracked. But I co-sign what Brother DJ was saying. I won't even go into, like I said, condolences to Brother Avery as far as with this is very fucked up and very pissed off because it continues to happen. I'm more so upset is just as far as the fact I just feel like I'm not gonna say I feel like I know that they're gonna get off. I was gonna more so talk about that because I see a couple different things that I've seen people share as far as for what they plan to try and attack them on. And then you see what the DA says is Georgia doesn't have a hate crime there. That's a red flag right there. Yeah, automatic red flag.
Oh, I mean, they might not have a hate crime, and I'm not.
Murder
obviously,
murder.
I can't say that they're not going to be held accountable now that the cat's out the bag, metaphorically speaking.
Google,
but
if that picture that somebody shared today, if Buddy was a part of the KKK for real, that picture when that shit happened with the left wing motherfuckers and people got hit in that shit. Was that in Boston or?
Where was South Carolina, brother. It was South Carolina, brother.
But if the picture is true, he's in that fucking picture with the hat on, with the glasses on, dead ass. I should have screenshotted the shit, but Yeah, bro. You gotta do some more research. But another reason why I feel like it's gonna get off is because we're classified as fucking animals in the amendments and shit. You gotta look at. I watched the Breakfast Club interview with Claude Anderson. He broke that shit down into a science, bro, on how we fucking basically handle with politics all this shit and how they able to get off on these cases because what we're classified as in that fucking book.
Well, let me say something real quick. I don't know if anybody know this, but the U.S. has two constitutions. Did anybody know that?
I don't know. I can't make no
Look
claim
it
to
up.
that.
No,
I mean,
look it
I'm
up.
sure there
The
may have
U.S.
been multiple versions, but two current active
No,
working
All I
constitutions.
know is
there's
we're
hold on.
labeled as underneath animals in whatever fucking
There's
one it is.
there's two constitutions. The first ones that was written was obviously to cater to the white man, and then later they did a second constitution after the slaves were freed during the Civil War, which
Well,
was
you're
to
just
give
talking
us
about they
something.
changed the
This
Constitution, right?
no, it's two. It's two. Look it up. I'm not gonna put nothing on
Okay, my
camera and
bad.
not
You
do my
right, my bad,
research.
brother DJ. You right. You breaking down what I was saying. My bad. Thank you. So I'm wrong. I was kind of just
It's
rambling and
two.
shit. So thank you. Go ahead.
Not too many people know this. Like this is a hidden like not too many people know this. You gotta do your research. There's two
But
constitutions. One is written, like I said, and the other one was written to give black people something for their services in the motherfucking Civil War. And and that's where those I can't forget the amendments, but just do your research. There's two constitutions, and that lets you know that that the U.S. is fucked up in itself, and like we've never got our just due. We never got our
Sure,
just due. We're never going to get our
for
just
sure.
due. All this talk of reparations and equality and all that shit is out the window. Black people need to come together, take what's
and build our
ours,
own shit.
Well,
however
I
we need
mean,
to,
well, are you
and then
calling
just
for a
go from there.
full-on revolution, or I mean,
It needs
because
to happen.
well,
It
I
needs to
mean,
happen.
yeah, but that's just no.
What
I
do
Because
you
mean,
mean? No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
like, what are you talking about, brother? Like, how long are black people just gonna
Like
keep
we
accepting
can't
shit? I'm
rely
not
on
saying
other
because
go
motherfuckers.
out here. I'm not saying go out here with AKs and just start
Right.
mowing motherfuckers down. I'm saying we need to stand on our shit, get our shit together, and start going to take what's ours and build our own shit.
okay, well, that's what I was wanting to try to decipher. Are you talking about some violent revolution,
Fuck no. It's
or
just like the Black Wall Street, Tulsa. Come on. I mean, come on, bruh. You know what we talking about? That
He
type
want to
shit.
engage. He want to engage in the semantics for the fans.
no?
I
I
get it,
no
but that's all
I
right
want to
though.
clarify for the
I get it.
fans. Okay,
It's all
that's what
right.
I
All
want to
right.
do. That's what
All
I
right.
want to do. I don't need
Okay.
nobody
Motherfuckers is
knocking on
so
my goddamn
divided.
door
That's the
talking
reason why
about
we
we
can't
heard
get
what you
back to
said.
that type of shit.
Shit.
You know, but yeah, like Brother Black said, we've been so divided so long since slavery, when they had us separated from our tribe, so we wouldn't be able to band together and revolt. You know what I mean? So we've been taught to fight against each other since then, fighting over food, fighting over clothing, and that shit goes all the
Mm-hmm.
way up until now, and which is the reason why we can't never progress as a people. And when tragedies happen, then you see the
That's when
unity.
we do.
Okay,
But
well, let me
but
toss this out there then,
but then
because that's
outside of
a
that, then that's it.
because
Go
you
ahead,
brought up
Stephen.
you bringing up an interesting point. I was just listening to Brother Benjamin Dixon again, his podcast, and I can't
Yep.
remember the brother's name off top, but he just wrote a book where he talks about the ideal of the black spending power, about how there's this common. I think right now, the dollar amounts change, but right now there's this about the black community has this many $1 trillion worth of spending power, and we should be voting with our dollars. But he breaks it down that, excuse me, like that's not number one. That's not right, because if you look at just black income in the United States, it actually only totals about $8 billion, like annually gross or something like that, right? Around $8 billion. So this the ideal of the black spending power. What we and want to do, or what we can do as far as voting with our money is not really. It's not on the top. We don't have that much money. It's not. Don't let them fool you there. But he takes it a step further and says that while a lot of initial black activists and revolutionaries, in the early 1800s and 1900s, the first true revolutionaries after slavery ended, the Marcus Garveys and Frederick Douglasses, yada yada, these types of cats, that they had that idea, that was a concept that they created in their own versions and ways, but was combined in some sort of common ideal in the black community. Like, when you have this money and you're going to spend it, think about how you're going to do that. Are you going to give it back to the people who just freed you, or are you going to try to figure out how we can build our own thing? Fast forward to like the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, in the midst of the civil rights revolution, this whole concept was hijacked by essentially the elite black community, the folks who have figured out some way, a very small group, obviously at this point in America, who have, either had successful communities because they either had a blue collar, a consistent blue collar background, or they did figure out how to create their own small industries in some way. And essentially they get into advertising and they want to figure out, well, how do I make money? So they buy into let's just sell this ideal that we have this black spending power. So let's just use this to sell shit to people. So now this whole ideal of, hey, we have all this spending power, we should be voting with our dollars, has got us fucked up, because it convinces us that what that means is we're supposed to take all of our money and just go spend it on what we believe to be, black businesses or businesses we believe in, when we really shouldn't be spending most of any of our money in reality, because we don't really need most of anything that we have. What we call necessary is really not. What we need: food, shelter, and a place to shit, right? I mean, you got those things, you can start figuring out the extras in life. But so this whole concept is hijacked. So at this point, it's a mute concept. It's a lie. It's a construct really built to keep us spending cash. And these black advertisers and businesses that control the access and that actual message, what they're really doing is being propagated by the larger white folks who control stuff to do just that, to keep us spending, to keep us consuming at a mass level, where we think we're voting with our dollars, but what we're really doing is just putting money in elite people's pockets who don't and won't help us.
Let me say something, bro.
Oh, right. No, so this is this brother's concept. This is this brother's concept, man. I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So not mine
Brian Dixon shit.
So this is not Benjamin Dixon. It was the brother. I'm gonna get the information for you. But
you fucked up already. It's okay.
No. I didn't fuck up. No, I'm just saying this is the concept that is.
We're not saying you. We're not saying you. Because my thing is this, brother, and I'm just gonna be short and sweet because I know we pressed on time. Right. I see what he's talking about, but I don't believe in that. Black people spend their money because we act like we ain't never had shit. And I just posted this on Snapchat.
Okay, his name, hold up. His real quick, no, his name, the brother's name is.
Let me finish.
Let me clarify who I'm talking about. No, because I want to make sure these are not my thoughts and opinions. I don't want to clarify who I'm talking about. His name is Professor Jared Ball. Okay. That's his name. And the name of his book is The Myth and Propaganda of Black Buying Power.
Okay. All right. Now, fuck that. Back on to what I was saying. The reason why that we're out here doing this shit because we act like we ain't never had shit. We've been deprived for so long, and then when we finally do get something, we feel the urge to go out and get the shit that we felt like will make us stand out, make us fit in, and have people notice us as if we belong. Hence the example, we all know these foreign fashion designers don't want us in none of their shit. Gucci, Louis, and all that shit. But I'm pretty sure the black community spends probably about a good amount of their dollar with them. Now, I'm not going to say, you shop wherever you want, but in regards to what that brother was saying, I can kind of see what he's saying as far as like, why would you keep putting money into that type of shit when you could put money into a black business that got black clothes or whatever, or you can put something to start your own fucking black line or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I see what he's trying to say, but black people as a whole, we've been so fucked up for so long, we just act like we ain't never had shit. So we go spend, try to get the most elaborate shit, try to stand out, do whatever it is we gotta do, so we can try to be accepted into a world, or it's a society that's never going to accept this, and it's sad. I don't engage in that type of shit.
And Brother Black,
go ahead.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't agree. I mean, shit, like you said, they gonna spend it because we ain't never had shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, the whole label shit, that shit's overrated. I mean, as long as there's some nice jeans and a t-shirt, I'm cool. I don't need all the extra shit. Motherfuckers going to buy all these fake ass belts and shit, looking stupid as hell. Big dumb fake ass belt on, you showing, ain't even fucking real. And then you support the motherfucker that don't, like you just said, that don't even want you wearing that shit. But you gotta, I got my belt on.
Don't even want you wearing the shit.
But yeah, you have fun with that, and you got your Balenciagas on, fat dumbass shoes, looking stupid. But okay, you cool ass. Fuck out of here.
Well, I think it's an interesting concept nonetheless. But I mean, the basic number he turns on his head is that the black people just don't have trillions of dollars. That's just a simple fact in America. Look at the numbers. They're already there. They're available. You know, you could. This is all information out
but
there.
Another
So
thing, I feel like all that shit. I'm not to cut you off, brother Chef, and I feel like that goes back to, like I was saying, it's a lot of fucking just monkey see following ass motherfuckers. Nobody's original nowadays. Everybody just want to follow what the next motherfucker's doing. Nobody want to be theyself. So if this motherfucker got on some motherfucking Yeezys, or you know what I'm saying, like I said, Balenciagas or whatever the fuck is in at the moment, the motherfuckers gonna go get that shit and have it on and be pushing that brand. Even like you say, even though they don't fuck with you, it's gonna be in the music and everything else. Fucking goofies.
That's why it's so important for us to have our own ownership, which is, I think, what a lot of these brothers and sisters have been talking about and preaching. Now, I agree with Sheffin. I don't think we have the trillions of dollars of spending power that this individual is saying, but I do believe the black dollar is powerful, and I do believe that if we do put our resources together, we could actually achieve a lot. But you know, I'm pretty sure we'll be dead by the time we see any kind of black unity.
You know, man, I hate to agree with you on that because that's such a grim forecast, but you're right, it's tough to, like, if I just start putting numbers together, right, I'm going to be dead before I get a equals.
Because that's very sad. It's very sad on that aspect, honestly, with knowing how far, I'll say how short a time the civil rights movement is to now. You telling me we can't come together? It ain't been that long. Like it's gonna. It takes that long.
Certain folks.
Like, am I wrong in that aspect, or am I tripping? Am I like doing too much or overthinking it?
No, not really. Because there's people who argue that there were certain shortcomings in the civil rights movement because as soon as there were some of these, you know, large advances in what rights were granted to who, the powers that be immediately started figuring how to buy, how to buy the people who were in power of those, who are in control of those moments. And slowly but surely, a lot of these, I mean, I don't even want, I hate to say something like this with such a little bit of time left in the cats, but you look at some of these cats who are in Congress and Senate right now, like Elijah Cummings. He just passed away. Rest in peace to him in general. Elijah Cummings, Maxine Waters. Who's that other brother? John. I can't think of his last name, but these cats are held as, civil rights icons. But at the same time, I think if you look at their records over time, they have just fallen in line with the powers that be and have not stood their ground as they did with what it took to get in there in the first place. They just eventually, whether it's the pressure, whether it was the money, whether it was, maybe they got that far. That was just how far they could get, and then it was inevitable, and someone else failed to take the baton. But I mean,
right. So hold on, let me say something real quick. I was at Brother Black's house, and we was watching The Breakfast Club. I cannot remember this brother's name. He's a older gentleman.
Claude Anderson. That's what we just talking about.
Right. Okay. Him. He was saying that we're doing the civil rights, that we were, one of the things we was fighting for is equality, and one of the examples he used was, we were fighting to sit on the front of the bus instead of having our own buses.
Buses, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I agree with that. Hold on. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But you know what? Just think if black people would have done that, they would have just took that shit away from us anyway. Now tell me if I'm lying.
Because we didn't have the right.
There's a high to that.
At that time, it's a high probability if black people would have started to cultivate their own bus systems and all that other shit.
I mean, they would have been firebombed. There would have been lynching.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
But my question is it not worth it?
He said that they had their own, though.
It is.
He said that they had their own, though.
Right, but I'm saying, yeah, he did. But then he said that was past. I'm talking about what he was saying then. Like he was saying that he was saying that we were protesting and marching so we can have equal rights and we could sit on the front of the bus when we should have had our own bus system and all this other shit. And I was like, okay, I agree with that. I'm with you on the fight. But if we would have did that, we know it would have been a whole bunch of other shit. Like, whoa, wait a minute. What does these niggers think they're doing? Wait a minute. They're going to try to do their own shit. Look what happened to Black Wall Street. We was thriving. And not even just there. Anything that's black related that is thriving somehow, some way. At that time, and even certain aspects during this time, it would have got fucked up.
I mean, look what they did to BET, bro. Look what they did to BET. And this is what leads me to our argument about class versus race, because the brother who owned that wanted that money. He wanted that power that came with that money. He was not concerned about who was black and who was white. He didn't care because as soon as he saw that check, he said, I don't give a fuck about no black people. I don't give a fuck about no white people. I give a fuck about that money. That money takes me to another place.
Yep.
So long story short, I was right. You was wrong again.
No, never. You can try to throw inside jabs all you want, brother.
Right. Well, let me digress, brother DJ, please.
Digress. Me too.
So with all of this going on in Georgia, we also got and this is what we're able to see. We know this is going on in other places. But out in New York, how they're treating the black communities versus the white communities it's fucking crazy. There are literally pictures of the white parks having the best days of their life, everyone enjoying the day. And then the next day, the black parks are closed and there's cops stomping people out on the curbs, stomping black men out on the curbs.
Laugh. What?
Please don't laugh,
on the
brother.
same day.
Are you for real?
Bro, this ain't no joke, man. It's like a full-on fucking assault on black people in New York.
I ain't see none of this.
Dog, on top of that,
there's been several cases of it in New York, and their justification for assaulting these people is then to say that they're not upholding the mask. Yeah, they're not wearing their mask and shit like that. There's been videos and pictures online showing of 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 cops on one black man, and their justification was he wasn't wearing a mask. They was beating the shit out this dude.
Mind you, over in the upscale white neighborhoods, they're passing out masks to people who don't have one.
Passing them out.
What is going on?
You don't have a mask?
Was that video? Yeah. Was that video when the chick cop and the male cop got dude up against the fence and he just whirling on him and shit?
I mean, I don't know. There's so many
videos, man.
I must have seen at least 5 or 10 myself so far, bro. It's crazy.
I mean, you got all that shit going on. and not just New York, but everywhere. And then you got the brother who was killed jogging, and then you got Abdi that came up missing. And then I've been seeing videos of Africans getting their ass beat up in China. They can't. I mean, literally getting their ass beat, like Africans, like in McDonald's, getting abused, like physically.
Getting kicked out of their apartments. Have you seen where they're
getting kicked? All type of
whole
shit.
apartment buildings are being cleared out if they're black people or Africans living. Like just boom, you gotta leave. People aren't being allowed to shop in grocery stores. McDonald's, the international corporation, the actual headquarters had to apologize because there were McDonald's that weren't allowing Africans to come into there and order food from them.
Wow.
Exactly. Bro. And then why would you want to do that anyway? They're gonna probably fuck up your food, spit in it, all type of shit, knowing the hatred that they have for you. Like, come on, man. It's crazy, man. Like I said,
sister's watching.
We need to come together.
Professor.
We need to come together. Yeah, I see the professor. She made a nice little comment too.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, I know we kind of pressed for time because we're at the 55-minute mark, so we really should be ending this soon. But the whole message is we need to come together and stand our ground and really maximize our dollars the right way.
For sure.
That's it.
You know, not just it's not about where you're spending your money, but realizing that you don't have to spend all of your money. Okay, you just don't. You don't have to be fly. There's no need to keep up with anyone. You don't have to prove shit to anyone except for the folks who count on you. Bottom line, point blank, period. All right. Well, like you said, bro, we could keep going. We could just keep going and going on this for sure. Right. So, who knows? We'll see what's cracking. Come next week. We'll see how this is working out for us. But that being said, let's take this to a quick lighter note. Let's end this on a lighter note. Let me start first. I want to say or send a quick happy Mother's Day to my mom's out in Arizona. I sent her some chocolates and a couple of puzzles. So hopefully she keep herself entertained during all this quarantine stuff. And shout out to all the other moms out there, single or otherwise.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? To everybody, you know what I'm saying? To all the moms, single moms, whatever. As long as you're doing right by your kid and you making sure that they're taken care of. You know, I don't say happy Mother's Day to deadbeat moms because there's some out there, but happy Mother's Day to the ones that actually grinding and taking care of business.
Definitely. Like Cuzzo said, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Hopefully it's pretty good for y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all time with y'all kids. Y'all eat good. Y'all get all the gifts y'all want. And just live it up.
All right, well, gentlemen, that being said, I hope this concludes another successful episode of the SquadKast podcast. Y'all take care of yourselves. The brother DJ keep dropping out early. I swear to God, y'all both gonna get it. Y'all both gonna get it next time we run into each other. Okay.
Oh yeah, my bad, y'all. I know I've been lacking on the business of the week. I'm getting back in tune. I got them in order, but I'm back in. I'm back in. I got y'all.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you, player.
All right, brother. You take care of yourself. Y'all appreciate the views out there.
Appreciate y'all checking in and leaving the comments.
Next week.
Y'all be easy, bro.
Deuces.